Okay, mine says it's on air and live. Okay, so I'm Melissa. I'm interviewing Mackenzie for a fashion merchandise buyer position. Welcome.
Hello.
Please give me a brief overview of your resume and your educational qualifications for this position.
All right. So we'll start off. I'm a running start student, so I don't have much experience so far. I'm a senior at Tahoma Senior High School, and so I should be graduating this June. But at Green River here, I'm almost done with my AA degree. It's general AA degree, and I currently have a part-time job at the retail store Marshalls, where I'm just working on the floor. I'm starting to be trained as cashier, that sort of thing. Um, Education qualifications. I have a 3.5 GPA right now. Just getting general credits out of the way until I can transfer to a 4-year school to get a fashion merchandising degree. And again, that's where I'm at so far, so I plan on being qualified.
Okay, what's your greatest strength?
I would say, okay, I'm sorry. All right. I would say my greatest strength is I have a very strong work ethic. I'm very flexible and adaptable to different situations. I can work with people fairly easily, and I learn fast. And I work really hard. Um, I try to do everything to the best of my ability. So I would say that I'm very determined, and in that aspect, I think I would do well as a retail buyer because it's very competitive, and I would do everything to the best of my ability to do my job right.
Okay, what's your greatest weakness?
Procrastination. um, I'm a big procrastinator, but I do get everything done on time. It's just I tend to do things last minute. But actually, with my part-time job at Marshalls, my schedule has been kind of wonky, and I have to get things done earlier before they're due. So I've had to schedule things around, and that's really helped me stop procrastinating. Um, so I'm getting better.
Okay. Why are you interested in the fashion industry and what specifically led you to it?
Ah, I just from a young age, I've always been fairly interested in fashion. Um, when I was younger, I was always a bit bigger. I was very tall and wide too. All the people I looked up to and all my friends were very small and petite, and it was just I couldn't find a role model or know how to exactly just dress for my body type, so I was always very insecure because when I try to dress like my friends dress, just try to blend in, um, it did not look good. So I think fashion is just very important because it can make or break you. Um, and I know a lot of people see it as this very superficial industry, but it's a way to just express yourself, and for some people it's even an art form. So I feel like it needs. No, I think it needs more recognition than that. Um, for this position specifically, I didn't realize that there were such things, like fashion buying, which I guess is kind of idiotic, but I feel like I'm not creative enough to be someone like a designer or something, but I'm not analytical or I don't have that kind of almost like math mind to go deep into the business. So I feel like combining both my creative and analytical sides together, I can uh, do, I can buy basically. Um,
Okay.
uh,
Oh, that's fine. What's your goal for the next 5 years?
My goal for the next 5 years is to start to work my way up to being a retail buyer. Uh, Getting to that position is kind of difficult. You have to bounce around from different jobs to work your way up in different companies. So my goal right now is to complete my degree in fashion merchandising and to get started in the industry, maybe as an assistant buyer, and just try to begin to work my way up from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you see your current job fitting into that goal?
Well, I feel like my goal is my job right now. Yeah. So, yeah. My goal is to just become a retail buyer, so everything's kind of focused on that right now.
Okay. What's your ideal working conditions and why do they work for you?
For me, I love to be surrounded by a lot of people, a lot of creativity, and just a very fast-paced environment. It energizes me whenever I'm just bored or just like very, just like sitting down all day, 9 to 5, work hours in a, oh my gosh, what's the word?
Office.
Yes, like an office. It just almost like kind of sucks the life out of me a little bit. So I feel like being a retail buyer, you travel a lot, you get to work with lots of different people, both clients and merchants, as well as colleagues. I think working in that kind of environment would, very just energize me and make me feel good.
Okay. Give me an example of any ideas you've implemented in a previous job or schooling and how they've affected you, your coworkers, or your company as a whole.
Trying to think about this. See, I've only had one job for about 7 months now. Ideas.
It's okay not to have one, just be thinking, but in your job, be thinking about ways that you could, make something better or streamline a process or something like that. Because they almost always will ask you how you've affected somebody.
Okay. Let's see. At Marshall's, I do create lots of displays for the store, and I try to put out things that fit more body types, because I feel like we as a society are really just glorifying this one supermodel type of body. So I try to put out different styles and different things to kind of appeal to everyone. Yeah, and I do try to give, I do talk to a lot of customers and try to give them advice and try to kind of guide them in the right direction with things. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's a good answer.
Sorry.
What is a stressful situation you've had to deal with in the past, and how did you handle it?
Stressful situation. Let's see here. I would say right now, my schedule is very stressful. I wake up at 9. I wake up at wait, so sorry. I wake up at 7 every morning, and I go to class, and I get home around 1, and then I do my homework, and then I go to work at 6, and I get home at 10:30 or 11. And it's just like that every single day, and it's for me it's very stressful because everything is very crackerjack timing. I have to get everything done in a very limited amount of time. So right now I've been just trying to do everything to the best of my ability, try to communicate well with my professors and my managers and colleagues and stuff at work and school. And I've been making sure that I keep everything on track and on time, schedule everything out so I do everything on time and don't forget anything, as well as communicate with people like you guys for group projects and stuff to make sure I get these done as well.
Wonderful. My last question was, why do you want this position? What draws you to? Do you want to work in like Macy's, or do you want to work for, you know, a specific brand, or, you know,
okay,
national, small?
Oh, okay. Honestly, I'm kind of open to everything. I'm still kind of experimenting to see what I like and what I don't like. As of now, I've been looking into trying to work for maybe a smaller company or kind of boutique shop to get more personal with customers and see more how the business end works in the industry. But as a retail buyer, I would love to you know, just kind of bounce around from different companies to see what I do like and what I don't like. I personally would like to work for maybe a higher end company like Nordstrom's, because I think it would be, I think a lot of those companies are very, or can be a little small-minded when it comes to different body types and sizes, and I feel like the fashion industry is starting to embrace all these different body types, and I feel like working for a bigger company would have a bigger impact on that sort of thing.
And do you want to do it internationally or locally?
Ooh, like for like a company, like a international or local company. Okay.
France is huge, and France and Italy are well known for their fashion, and actually England's not that far off. They have a booming fashion industry. Are you looking to stay here specifically, or have you thought about moving and getting the experience that an international fashion job would give you?
I would love to go international. I think it would be just being inspired from different cultures all around the world would be amazing and just really interesting. So I do want to go internationally, and I feel that even local businesses, retail buyers do have to still travel internationally to get to know the trends and see what other countries are doing with their fashion and try to integrate those into your local area. I feel like in the future I would love to go internationally, but then eventually come back here because I do love Washington. So I feel that I would love to eventually work for someone like Nordstrom's that's based here eventually and just come back. But as of now, I would love to start going international.
Okay. That's all I had. Do you guys have any questions for Mackenzie?
No, sounded good.
Wonderful.
All right.
So we will sign off, and I will send the links, and we'll be good.
All right.
Yep. Sounds
Thanks,
good.
Melissa.
Have a good day.
Yeah, have a good one, guys.
All right. Bye.